Okay, so basically for me to know if you're still paying attention, okay, all throughout the period, you're going to be answering my questions through typing. And then I have a record of those chats. Okay, and that's how you're going to get like not participation points, but like discussion points. Okay. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do today, okay, is we're going to solve some equations just to warm you back up because you haven't done math maybe since March, March 13th. I don't know how much of distance learning you were doing. Good morning, Bailey. Type hello or good morning so that I can have a record of the time that you arrived. Okay. And then we're starting to take notes in your graph paper notebook. And you can turn your video off. Okay. Hi, Bailey. Okay. So let me show you the beginning. So this is example 1. Okay. So example 1, it is required that you take notes. You're going to upload the notes also as part of your homework. Okay. So you're going to upload a picture of the notes and you're going to upload a picture of the homework. Okay. Okay. So let's start with an equation that looks like this. So x minus 8 equals 10. Okay, and then we're going to show the steps to get the answer. So in your homework problems, you're going to have to write down the problem like this, and the homework should look just like the notes. Okay, it's going to look like this, and then in this particular equation, what I do is I box the x. So I put a square around the x, and you'll see why I do that later on, but it's helpful if you do that as well. And then what I think of is I think of the x as a person, me personally. And I have an x minus 8 equals 10. And I think of this as the door. And I'm trying to be alone. So you're trying to get rid of who's with you, basically. And who's with me is that 8. So I'm going to need to get rid of that 8. So to get rid of the 8, you're going to add 8 to both sides. And then it is required that you show the steps. So you're going to show them just like I have here. You're going to show the original equation, x minus 8 equals 10. You're going to also show the plus 8 plus 8. And then these give you 0, so you don't have to write that. You bring the x down, bring the equals down, and then type what you get for the answer in the chat. Okay, so type what you get for the answer in the chat. Okay. Okay. Cool. Alex, do you want to revise your answer? Okay. Very cool. No? Okay. So you prefer just to be wrong. Come on, Alex. Okay. 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 Nathan, hey, you guys, this is like a regular class. So you typing stuff, it's like misbehaving and distracting people is not cool. Okay, that's not going to work for me. Okay, you're in high school now. We're not sitting here making jokes. Okay, you're in high school now and you need to take this class seriously. I have a copy of all the chats. Like, do you need me to send that to the GLC and say, hey, you're just screwing around and trying to distract everyone? Okay, we're here to learn math. We're not here to mess around. Okay, so yes, you're typing. Okay, but clearly you know that's not the answer. Okay, so equals 18. And then you're going to box this answer. Okay, example 2. Say example 2. So this one we're going to have an n instead. So n plus 2 equals 20. You're going to put a box around the letter. That's you. Okay, this is the door. And then you have to show the steps to get the answer. And you might already be able to figure out the answer. Okay, but we have to show the steps so when the problems get more complicated. Okay, so what should you do to each side in this equation? Okay, so what should you do in each side of this equation? Okay. Okay, cool, my app works now, that's good. This is so cool. So Heidi, you're not here. Jonas, you're not here. Everybody else is here, that's pretty awesome. Cool, okay, I like your answer, you guys are right. So -2 -2. and then you drop down the n equals, and then 20 minus 2 is 18, and then that would be the answer. And then that's how you're going to show your steps. Okay. Okay. There's some equations in our book. Oh, let's do some negatives. Let's do some negatives. Okay, so let's say we have w plus 3 equals negative 14. Okay. I definitely think you can. Okay. So what are you gonna? We're gonna box the w, and this is the same problem, right? Basically. So how do you get rid of the 3? Okay, you guys all seem to agree. So minus 3 from each side. Okay, now this one's tricky though. Okay, and no one attacks anyone else if they're wrong. Okay, so no one attack anybody if they're wrong. Okay, so what do you think? In your notes, Allie, if I write door, write door. Okay, but in your homework, you wouldn't have to write the word door unless I say, hey, in your homework, don't forget to write the word door, and then you would have to write it. Okay, so W equals now this negative 14 and the negative 3. Now let's see. Okay, a couple of you say negative 17. Okay, let's check. Okay, this is down 14. I like to do negatives and positives as when I'm adding, doing down and up. So that's down 14 and down 3. So if you went down 14 stairs and then you went down 3 stairs. So let's see, what if you went down 14 stairs and then you kept going down 3 stairs? Okay, so say I'm here and I'm walking, like here's 0, here's the floor. Okay, and I'm going down 14 stairs, and then I go down 3 stairs from there. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, basically you add it. Yeah, and then you add them. I actually have a thing I write over here, so I'm going to have you guys write this over here. So for pluses and minuses, I call it same sign add. Okay, and same sign add is what you just said. You basically add the physical numbers, right? The 17, and that's because it's more down. Okay, and whatever I write on my paper, you're writing in your notes. Yeah, yes, you're putting this in your graph paper spiral notebook if you received one. Okay, if you didn't go get one, that's okay. I'm going to bring you one this week. Okay, but for now, you just have to write it anywhere. Okay. Okay, so this now, is it down 17 or is it up 17? It's down 17, right? So it's minus. Okay, and we're going to try to avoid using calculators because we want to be fluent in this. Fluent meaning we want to be able to, you know, if you were typing a word and you wanted to write the word group, it would be better if you didn't have to keep looking it up in the dictionary every time you wanted to write the word group or the word the or something like that. And so that's the same thing with math, is we'd like to be able to do it without a calculator if possible, but sometimes we need a calculator, and sometimes it's nice, like on tests, to check your answers with a calculator. So we can do all of that. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit different. So this one is 8, so we'll do a negative. So negative 8 equals x minus 3. Now the thing with this one is this is the door. Oops. This is the door, but you're on the right side of the door. Okay, now sometimes it's helpful to put a line right here. Okay, like the door line. And I want to get x by itself, so I do need to get rid of the minus 3. So what should I do to both sides? What do you think? What should I do to both sides? Okay, okay, agree. Add 3. Now, when you add 3, you're going to add 3 to this side also. Okay. See, this one is down 8 and up 3. Down 8 and up 3. Now, if I'm here at 0 and I went down 8 stairs, like into the basement, right? I go down 8 stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down 8 stairs. Now I'm down on the 8 stairs, but then I go up 3 stairs. So I'm not more down. Yeah, it's 5. Now, are you down the stairs still? Are you on the way to the basement? Or are you now upstairs on the way to your room? Yeah, so it's 5. And then is it 5 positive or 5? Are there more downs or more ups? I would say more downs, right? So more downs, so that would be negative. Yeah. Okay, and then equals x. Now you have to bring it down the way that it is. So in this case, the x is on the right side. And then change it to this way. But make that a new step. Okay, because later on you're going to learn less than signs. And when you switch it, when you switch sides, you have to switch the sign. So you don't want to randomly switch. Okay. So anything I write on the piece of paper, you write in the notes, and then I give you full credit. Okay, that's the idea. Okay. So, but in the homework, you don't have to write the downs and the ups. You do have to show the +3 and the flip around. So this is required. You have to show both of these. And then this you have to show in your notes, but you don't have to show in your homework. This left thing. I guess I'm on a little delay. Okay, cool. It's neat. So in the new app my brother wrote, you see how we have 132 chats already? So awesome. So if I hit Control All over there and I go into my app, actually, let me show you. I'm going to present my screen, my computer screen. I want to show you. It's super cool. My brother just wrote this for me. He wrote me this app. I want to show you. Let's see. Well, let me present from my other screen. So there's 2 of me. You guys, there's 2 of me. Just see. Okay, so here we go. So let me show you how this works. It's kind of fun. Okay. Okay, so this is my screen that I'm looking at. Let's see. So do you see all those chats we have on the right side? Okay, where I didn't just put got you. Okay, so if I go over here and I hit Control A, okay, which is copying them all, and I hit Control C, I go over here into this Express Chat Counter that my brother just made for me. And see, I already have your names in the top row. And then in the bottom row, I'm going to hit Control A to copy everything and erase it. And then Control V, I just did all those things you did. So you've typed 9 things. So you've participated 19 times. So really cool. Alex, you've typed 10 things. Allie, 12 things. Andrew, 6 things. Bailey, you're going to want to start answering some more questions because you've only said good morning. Okay, and then Heidi is absent. Jonas is absent. It also says what time you got there for the first time. So do you see how it tells me? And then this is going to tell me whether you're on time for class or not. So as soon as you go into the Google Meet, you're going to type good morning, and that's how I'm going to see these chat times. So to see this column that says first chat time, that's how I'm going to take attendance. Okay. So then like Nathan, I mean, I'm not going to consider you late today. And Bailey, I'm not going to consider you late today. But basically that's, and then Stephanie, you just barely missed it. Vivian, you got here at 8:12. And that's the first time you type. So as soon as you come in, type good morning. I'm going to give you until 8:02 to say good morning. Allie, that's a good question. It's really not for points as much as say I'm going to start calling on people. So like Gia Chen, I'm going to call on you because you've only answered twice. So maybe instead of just asking what question, like instead of just letting anyone answer, I might call on specific people. So I might say, oh, Paul, can you answer the next question? Or Sonia, can you answer the next question to get your chats up? Okay. So that sounds good. And then I also have a record for the chat. So I'm going to copy the chats. I'm going to copy these chats and I'm going to keep a record of them so that I can go back. And if you're just typing nonsense, then, then we know that those chats aren't real and then I can delete them. But all these math chats are awesome. Okay. And then do you see how Alex just wrote 2 things? Do you see how he just wrote things? If you don't let somebody answer in between, it doesn't say your name again. So it is counting as 1 instead of 2 chats because it only says his name once. Okay, but that's kind of cool. So this will measure how much you're talking and then tells me who I can call on. And it also, if somebody's sleeping, So Bailey, type something. Say, I don't know. Say, I already have my spiral notebook, or I'm going to need a spiral notebook or something. Okay, but anyway, that's how, and then I can just go through and copy more. So if you're here, but yeah, exactly, Andrew, you're late. Exactly. That's why I'm giving you till 8:02. So I'm going to try to remind you. So as soon as you get in, you say good morning, just so it counts. Doesn't matter. You guys, no picking on people, okay? No bullying people. And then you guys, I have all the data for the chats, and then I'm going to save it. Okay, and then this is kind of cool too. Basically, I know I'm going to see you guys later in the day again as well, so we're not too concerned with being finished. But basically, then I'm going to take this data here at the end of the day. I'm going to take all of this data of how many chats you have, and then I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, and look, it counts for how many chats you have in the month. So say one day you're real quiet and then the next day you're real talkative, then you can see how many chats in the month, and it records this for me. So it's kind of fun. This average chats per day didn't work because I hit add too much. I'll have to fix that later. But anyway, so that's how I'm going to check participation, and then make sure people comment. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to math. So I want to show you something else about tardies. Oh, my picture froze. Which? My face? Right. I am in Arizona. Oh, okay, that's good. My Wi-Fi at home, I'm going to be on the plug. Ethernet. Ethernet is your friend. If you plug a cord in from your modem into your computer directly, your internet's pretty fast. And that's also why we're not going to do video, where I'm not going to need to show your faces. I think that we'll be better off with the internet. Okay. Some teachers are going to want to see your faces all the time. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. So let's continue our notes. Okay. And then I'll show you next period how I'm going to not just take attendance, but also try to get you here in class if you're not here already. Okay. Okay, so let's do another one. So example, and then we will have time to do homework in class, most periods, because we are going to have 80 minutes tomorrow. So I'll teach you something maybe in 40 minutes or 50 minutes, and then you have 30 minutes to do that homework. And then I happen to see you, we have first and third period on the same day. So the next day that I teach you, it will be also the same. Okay, so it'll also be the same. Now let me, I forgot to go back to the other chat. So let me go back to the other. Okay, so let me go back to my tablet, which is where I do all my teaching. Okay, so let's see, present screen. There we go. Okay, here's OneNote. So we should be back. Okay, we should be back right there. Okay, so example 5. Okay, so this one is very rare. You're not going to see this one very often. Okay, so this one is really just for this first section. Okay, because this is a very infrequent question. Okay, so usually in high school math, they don't write x minus -3. It's very rare. Okay, but there is one like this in the book, so I want to make sure that you're able to do it. Okay, so x minus -3, that's really changes to x plus 3. That's something that you might remember from middle school. Okay, and then how do I get rid of the 3? Here's my door. How do I get rid of the 3? Yep. So -3, x equals, so what do you think? Down 20, down 3? What's down 20, down 3? Down 20, down 3. Down 23, exactly, down 23. So this is more down, and then more down would still be down. Yeah, and we'll practice the negatives before there's a test or a quiz. Okay, now that was for numbers 5 through 14. Okay, and then on 15, so on problem number 15 and number 16, You're just going to try your best. So we're not going to have notes on those. They're like word problems, and you're just going to try to figure it out. Write something. You don't have to be right to get full credit on the homework. Okay, so for 17 through 20, okay, they have a geometry problem. It looks like I'll show you. I think we should have an example of one of these. You have a triangle, like quadrilateral. And then they have like 100 and 100 degrees here. This one is 90 degrees, or maybe they show you a little right angle. They put an X over here, and this one is, say, 130 degrees. Now, what it says on 17 through 20 is it says write an equation. Okay, so it says write an equation, and then it says solve it. Okay, so there's really two answers. Now, it also says in the instructions the sum of the angle measures is 360. So it tells you that in the problem, but you can use this example to help you. What example number is this? Example 6? Okay, so this is example 6. Okay, so for example 6, they want you to write an equation first. So you're going to put 100 plus 90 plus 130 plus x equals 360. Now this 360 comes from the instructions. So you're not trying to memorize that. It says it in the instructions. Okay, and then we have to add those. 190, 130, 0, 12, carry the 1, 320. 320 plus x equals 360. Subtract 320, subtract 320, x equals 40. So that would be, this is the setup. Okay, so this is the setup, and then this is the answer. Now we're going to continue, because today's minimum day, so it's very strange. So we're going to continue during our third period class. So when you come back, I did put the schedule so it was easy for you to find. Okay, so I put the schedule in our Google Classroom. Okay, I put the schedule in our Google Classroom. Okay, but we're going to continue our Math Notes 1 when we get back. And then this is the end of the period, right? So I believe we're done at, let me check my schedule because I just posted it for you guys. But our distance learning schedule, we're done at 8:36. Okay, we're done at 8:36, so it's getting to be 8:36. So why don't you type in like bye, and then I will see you again at the other one. So I'm going to say have a nice day. Oh, I'll put see you at 9:32. Next period is second period. Okay, so go into your Google Classroom for second period, okay? And then you guys can log out. Okay, you guys can log out. Cool. Alex, you're going to have to start typing things that are more appropriate. See you later, Aiden. Oh, weird.